All right, Chad, that's it for today's study group. Breaking down common research terms. And I know that's not exactly a fan favorite, but we got through it. But people want to know, did you like this group? Not like this group? People, this research stuff, listen, avoid it at all costs. Honest feedback.
Oh, Ray, I just want to say thank you for that class. Yes, it's a lot of content. I realize you need to review, like you mentioned, uh, to slow down when you reading the questions and really uh, focus on what's being asked, and then also to go to the dive in and then also read to the charades. And I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate your teaching style. Just can't wait when you have an opening slot for one-to-one. Thank you.
No, absolutely. I know they literally go like hotcakes. Like when I put up, the individuals go. So definitely, these spaces. That's why I try to have these spaces for our child, like the free group once a month and whatnot. But the one
What
of
is it
the
time to check?
every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But as far as like the reading and slowing it down, when we're doing our 2 a day, I truly mean that. Go slow. We naturally become quicker at answering the questions, but it's more so we become more efficient at it, where we can identify what we need to identify and showing ourselves grace. Because when I say it's a different way of thinking, especially when you think about the tone and whatnot that they put on it and being able to kind of see it, apply the information and see it from that perspective, it just takes time for it to really digest and really process so we can get used to it. So it's all good. Definitely glad you're here. And again, go slow. It's all good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mhm.
I also wanted to share out of school for 10 years. So this was incredibly helpful. A lot of content, but really you broke it down into and just by using your real life examples has really helped for it to click again. And I'm like, oh wait, yeah, I remember that. So I really appreciate it. I think it was a great course and I'll definitely be taking more. And for the value, it's incredible.
Appreciate it. And that's the thing as well, where I know where, again, I hear our child where it's like, Ray, I've been out of school for X amount of years. Listen, I've been, I've been in the field, and then out of nowhere, it's like, oh, wait, what do you mean I got to get this license? What do you mean I gotta, so that's, well, actually starting there, that's why I say show ourselves grace. And even unless you're in school now, because I know within recent time they've been doing it, of bringing people in, um, to help better prepare students taking this licensure exam, but show yourself grace. Go slow when doing your daily 2 practice questions. And I say 2 on purpose. I don't say 5 and 10. I mean, if you feel like it, 100%, but by default doing 2, the thought process carries over for the recall and the scenario-based questions. So definitely show your grace and take your time with it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Ray. I just want to say thank you. This is Cassandra. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say thank you. I've been watching your videos online at first. I was referred by another intern to watch, so then I began to join your study groups, and I actually feel more confident. I feel as if I actually maybe know more than what I would give myself credit for. But the way that you explain things, I mean, I tried another study thing, and it wasn't sticking. But it's just how you explain it and you break it down. I mean, it definitely is a gift, and I thank you so much. I feel like I'm going to be prepared, and even if I don't pass on the first go around, I know it's probably something small. I can feel confident, and I'm gonna come right back to you, and and we're gonna work that thing out. So yes, we all got this, and keep up the good work. I thank you.
No, absolutely. And shout out to the intern, spreading the word.
Yeah, it's part of the process.
Mhm. And sometimes again, like with all the exam prep material and the books and all that, sometimes it's just getting a different take on it, right? Like I say, talk to me like I'm 4. Like don't use all the fancy lingo and whatnot, and just break it down in a way that I can understand. And I know with some of the terms, like some of the research terms where it's like, oh, that makes sense. We can break it down to this way. And some of them are just a bit more challenging, but it's all good because we could just spend just a little bit more time on that and customizing the notes so that we can remember what the term is all about. And like you were saying, like you're here, you're putting in the work, and being able to have this type of like clarity when looking at the questions, looking at the material. If nothing else, it can help us reveal where it's like, okay, this is just an area I could just bring up a bit or improve on, but just the overall understanding of it, like we just stay consistent so we could pass. And definitely let us know when you pass so we can celebrate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
Hey, hey,
I'm Gladys,
hey.
and I'm a new student in this group. So far, so good. I love it. Thank you so much again, Ray, for the information and how to break it down the questions. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. Absolutely. And again, this is just the race spin on things where, again, like all the exam prep material, people, entities out there, I don't think any information is inaccurate or anything. It's just people's different, take on things. And I know for myself, it's like simplify, organize, simplify. Talk to me like I'm four. And if you can say it in a way where it's just easier to grasp, because sometimes some of the wording and the lingo is like I'm familiar with it, but just in this context as it applies to this exam, it could be a lot. So I'm definitely glad you're getting value out of it, and stay true to that 2 a day. 2 a day helps keep the exam anxiety at bay, and the thought process carries over. So definitely glad you're getting value out of it.
Hello,
All right.
Ray. Oh,
Hey,
sorry.
no, you're good. You're good.
Hey, thank you so much. It was my first time joining the group. You were very responsive to my emails because I know I kind of did it last minute, had a little difficulty last night signing in and paying, but I'm glad I did. And also been out of school many, many years, have been wanting to take the LMSW. Finally, I'm committed now. And yes, thank you. Your groups have been very helpful, and we'll definitely be joining more
Nice.
of these study groups.
Nice. Definitely glad you got value out of it. And I know that's definitely a barrier as well, where like you're speaking to, been out of school for a period of time and been working in the field, doing our social work thing. And the thing is, when we're in the work field doing our social work thing, a lot of what we're focused on is doing the daily task of the job, working with the population that we're working with, focusing on whatever those, like if we took the clinical route, focusing on those particular therapy modalities or those techniques that is required for the job that we're doing when working with those clients. Now stepping back from that and saying, hey, we need you to kind of like almost reopen your mind to all this school stuff, even though it's been a minute, and apply it to answer these scenario-based questions. That's why I say show ourselves grace. This is a different way of thinking. So I'm definitely glad you're here.
And studying, I haven't studied in years, so, but I'm motivated, and thank you for that. You've been helpful with that.
Nice. And I'm definitely gonna help us with this study. Like we're gonna study together, like study with Ray. I'm like, you know what? I know some people say like, Ray, I don't even have like a study buddy like that. I'm not really the study buddy type of person. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be a study buddy. We're gonna study on camera, we're gonna go through it. So it's all good. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you all for attending today's study group. I appreciate you. And again, we got this. 2 practice questions a day and 1 practice exam a month. We're gonna stay consistent so we can go in there, pass our exam, and continue with our social work journey. We got this. All right, tribe. I'll see you next study group. Bye.